Hey guys, what's up? Today I got a UU match. This one is against a guy by the name of Sam. Yeah, I figure he's going to lead with his Flygon or perhaps his Machamp because those are both two things that really like to lead. And Nidoking, not so much. Swallow, also not so much. And then Walls, what would you lead with a Wall? I'm going to lead with my Nidoking, which is actually not the standard Sheer Force Life Orb or Choice Scarf special. It actually is my Stealth Rock Toxic Spikes variant with Earthquake and Sucker Punch. And I figure Machamp really can't do too much to me unless he has Ice Punch, but even then I can hit him with an Earthquake first, and I doubt an Ice Punch would kill. Perhaps. And if he leaves with Flygon, he's going to want an Earthquake, and I can go to Crobat and completely dodge that, and I'm really not thinking he'll have Stone Edge. But by that point, he'll be locked in on Earthquake anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I can set up a nasty plot and start killing his team, because again, that Crobat is a nasty plot variant and not the usual, maybe Choice Band or like sort of anti-stall set with Taunt and Brave Bird and Roost and all that stuff. So yep, Nidoking leads and Flygon also leads. I'm gonna switch out. I'm figuring by the way he's switching out here, he's thinking I'm Scarfed, and then that means he's not. So I'm like, is he Life Orb? I guess. But yeah, I'm gonna go with my Crobat. And now I'm gonna switch out because I know without a nasty plot, I can't really do too much to a Melodic, even if it's not especially defensive. And he might have Ice Beam. And if he has Dragon Tail, that's also stupid because I can't nasty plot anyway. So I'm going to go with my Slowbro because it's like a perfect counter. And I am just going to go for the Psychic, expecting either Nidoking or Machamp to want to potentially come in. I don't hit the Umbreon because he's Dark type, but that's not really a big deal because Scald wouldn't do really that much damage. I have no investment, and he's probably max special defense. And another thing is, I really don't want him to accidentally get burned. I want him to get poisoned. Because if he gets burned, it's not that big a deal. But if he's poisoned, he'll use Heal Bell fairly soon. If he has it, that is. I'm banking on him possibly having it, possibly not. But yeah, so I get Toxic back. That's not a big deal because my Umbreon has Heal Bell. And I'm just going to go for the Scald here because Psychic won't do any damage. And I'm actually going to hit this and burn it, but that's not really a big deal because he's probably going to have one of the two unless he's maybe Choice Banded. In which case that helps him because it makes his attacks do more damage. But I think he's probably like Toxic Orb because this U-turn doesn't really do all that much for a Guts boosted attack. I would say that's definitely not Choice Banded. But anyways, he's going to go back to his Umbreon while I go just for the Slack Off because I figure Swallow can't really do much to Slowbro. U-turn is a good choice. Facade's a little bit stronger, but then he'll stay in and take burn, and he would have actually died because I have Rocky Helmet. And Slack Off is going to heal me up anyways. I should have been able to live with Facades too. I mean, it's like, what, 50% stronger because it's 140, and so is U-turn, but Facade gets stab. So, anyways, I think I should have been able to live that. But I'm going to switch out and let my Regenerator help me out and go to my Nidoking. And figure there's really not much this can do to me unless he has Curse and Payback. And if he does, it'd be a great time now to find out because that'll be very helpful. Plus, I want to get my Stealth Rocks up just so that his Swallow is dead. All he can be is fodder now. Can't switch in and get a Facade off because Swallow's really fast. Although I do have two faster things on my team, neither of them are actually plus speed nature. They're both plus special attack nature. They're actually both modest. But yeah, so I'm going to go with my Umbreon here. He has Confuse Ray. I'm thinking he has Wish and Protect. And I'm like, okay, he might also have Heal Bell, but that's kind of weird that he wouldn't have another status, like a Sleep or a Poison, because I actually have Yawn. And I'm going to go for it. Half expecting Machamp to come in, but also just kind of wanting to put something to sleep, and Melodic's a good choice. I'm going to switch out. I could have Protected, but I figure if I switch out, he's going to at least take Rocky Helmet damage and barely do anything with a Dynamic Punch. And then I'm also going to get advantage if he does switch out because he won't be expecting my Slowbro, and I'll be able to take basically anything else on his team because he doesn't really have a good special attacker. So yeah, so that's what happens. He's going to U-turn out, and that damage is not Choice Banded damage, so he is Scarfed. I'm like, that really doesn't make sense. Like, why? I guess he just predicted the the Crobat, but then why wouldn't he go for the U-turn if he's Scarfed? That's damage on anything anyways. So I'm like, that just doesn't make sense what he did on the first turn. But whatever, I'm going to switch out and go into my Umbreon. Figure he's got an Umbreon here. He's probably going to want to be confusing me, maybe Wish to get his HP up. Maybe a Heal Bell if he has it, but again, like I said, it wouldn't make sense to not have like a sort of a Sleep or a Poison. And only a Confuse Ray because that's a non-volatile status, and that doesn't really do all that much. And I figured now would be a good time to get off Heal Bell of my own. Unfortunately, I'm going to hit myself in Confusion. He's going to get off a Wish. I'm like, alright, that's fine, whatever. I'm not expecting him to Protect because, again, I can't really do anything to him. Payback's my only option. I'm going to attack again, and I get confused again while he Toxics me. That's fine, because if I had a Heal Bell, I would have had to Heal Bell again, because I just got poisoned, so that's not a big deal. But it's just getting kind of annoying. So, yeah. I'm figuring here he's going to want to switch, so I kind of wanted to go for the Yawn, in case Machamp wants to come in, because it's like that's a good switch in, because he can threaten me out and hurt my team. But the thing is, Slowbro still counters him, especially on the switch in. Payback won't be doubled, so it's only 100 base power from, well, 50 base power, 100 with super effective. But I'm not going to go for the Yawn, because I'm just like, I want Heal Bell, get 2 Toxics off, that's great, both my walls. And, yeah, as Machamp comes in, it would have been nice to Yawn him, but I'm not too worried, because again, Slowbro walls him, like, completely. I'm just going to go for the Protect, just see what he wants to do. Most likely going to be Dynamic Punch, but in case he wanted to do something weird, just sort of mess with his head a little bit. I'm still going to go to my Slowbro, like I said, because the strongest thing he can do to me is a base 100. Or, not base, but like a 100 overall power move. And that's really not a big deal. The best one would be Stone Edge, because that doesn't actually make contact and doesn't activate my Rocky Helmet. But, you know, Ice Punch, Bullet Punch, Dynamic Punch, and Payback all make contact. So that's great for me. I'm going to be able to switch out here. I'm expecting him to actually switch, so I'm going to go for the Psychic. Again, just a hit, and again, Scald wouldn't have really done too much. I probably should have went for it, but I'm like, maybe if he stays in and wants to get off a Payback, because then it'll be 200 power, and it'll do quite a bit. I don't know, but, you know, whatever. He switches out, and it does nothing. Not a big deal. I'm going to go to my Crobat, because now that I know that he has Toxic and not Yawn, I can pretty much set up on him. The only thing he can do is confuse me, and that's fine. Perfect time for him to use his fodder, though, to see what I'm going to do, because, again, assuming I'm banded. But I'm actually Nasty Plot, so there's my +2 with my Modest, and I'm sitting at 359 speed, which is faster than base 100s for sure. Positive, that's 328. 115s, maybe. No, I think 110 is the fastest I hit. I should know Latios' base speed, but I think it's like 354. Whatever, doesn't really matter. I'm gonna Air Slash. I do get a crit, but it's like if I had a flinched, and Ice Beam's only gonna do like 58% max, so it's not a big deal. So yeah, it was annoying, but whatever. He's gonna Outrage me, proving that he is Scarfed, because again, as I said, he's 328 max speed potentially. I'm 359, so he has to be Scarfed. But you know, Outrage doesn't really do... Well, it does a lot. Like, it does, like, 60%, but it doesn't kill me. So, that's fine. Yeah, if if I had have been hit with an Ice Beam, I probably would have switched out to my Slowbro. Here, at this point, I was still, like, maybe he's not Scarfed and he's just trying to bluff it. But, like, if he is, he won't kill me. So, yeah, I kill him. And then Umbreon comes in and I kill that too. And that's great, because if he had got off Wish Shot, he probably would have protected and been back to HP. But again, you know, he's, what's it called? Poisoned, and I could have Nasty Plotted on his protection. Whatever. Slowbro comes in because it counters both his guys, and I figured Machamp was slightly more useful. But he's going to hit with Thunderbolt. It's going to do a lot, so he definitely is Life Orb. And I'm going to switch out now to my Umbreon after hitting him with a Psychic, which actually doesn't kill. I'm kind of like, oh, that's... But then again, Nidoking does have pretty good mixed stats. They're all around 80-ish or something. I think 75 or whatever. Thunderbolt does really not a lot. I'm going to Yawn here while he goes for the Earth Power, proving that he is Life Orb and not Choice Scarf. And then I'm going to go for the Yawn again, because I figure Machamp's probably going to come in when I potentially Protect or Wish and be able to threaten me out. But again... I could have protected because, again, Slowbro is a counter to Machamp, as I've been saying all battle. But he's at pretty low health, so I figured just yawn again, just in case if he wants to come in, and I can protect then. And if he goes back to his Nidoking, just go from there. Whatever. So he falls asleep after hitting with another Earth Power. I'm going to go for the Wish just to maybe pass it to my Slowbro, or just, you know, and I figure he's asleep. He's got to be asleep for this turn, and I can just, you know, pass a Wish to whatever. I'm going to go to my Heracross because close combat will kill everything that he has left. He's actually going to wake up first turn, go for the Thunderbolt, which is not good because I figured he'd want to go for the Earth Power, but again, he's predicting me to go out to my Slowbro to get the Wish back, but I really didn't need to. I could have just went in on it like safely and then switched out again, and then he'd be almost full health. So, yeah, but I mean, it was a good move. Earth Power would have been resisted anyway, so whatever. I heal back up to full. I'm going to hit him with a close combat, get my Moxie boost. I am Choice Scarf, so I'm not worried about him being faster than me. As I said before, he's definitely Life Orb because he switches moves. Now, Machamp comes in. Even if he has Bullet Punch, it won't matter because it's not going to do that much. And I just hit him with a close combat, and he dies. So that's the battle. I hope you guys enjoyed. Not exactly quick, but I guess straightforward. It's just basically the long stally parts were with Umbreon versus Umbreon, all the poison lefties and blah blah blah, etc., etc., etc. But like I said, that's the battle, and I will see you guys all. Let's see, today's Thursday, so tomorrow, of course, you know, because daily.